every 20 minutes. It's your statewide Alabama weathercast.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Drew McCombs with the Alabama Weather Network. This is your mid-morning forecast update for the whole state, and looking at our Skywatcher pictures, some beautiful views from yesterday evening, some sunshine peeking from behind the clouds there from Valerie Hughes near McCalla. So it's just a beautiful start to the sunset there. And same thing for Daniel Harbin and Owens Crossroads up in the northeastern part of the state. Had a nice sunset view there. Beautiful high clouds there, some cirrus clouds showing up with some nice colors with the sunset. And it's continuing to be calm this morning as we expected. Satellite radar, not a whole lot going on. Plenty of sunshine, a few scattered clouds, but no rain to speak of there. Just a completely dry board there. And as we take a look at our SkyCam tour here, it's looking really nice and calm across the state. So we're at 70 degrees in Florence. The dew point's at 58 degrees. We continue to have this nice dry air mass in place, especially in kind of the northern and northeastern part of the state. Shifting over to Huntsville, it's 67 degrees atop Monte Sano, and you see just a beautiful view there. Dew point's at 53 degrees there as well. And as we move a little bit further to the south, in Alabaster, it's 73 degrees there, and the dew point is at 60, and just a beautiful view there from that camera. And as we move over to Tuscaloosa, the University of Alabama camera here, again, blue skies there at 77 degrees, a little bit warmer as you move a little bit further towards the south. Same thing in Point Clear, looking across the bay at 75 degrees. Dew point's at 72, so we're obviously not quite as dry of an air mass as you get down towards the coast. And you'll see that looking at the Dauphin Island camera, looking south as well into the Gulf at 78 degrees there, but just kind of a beautiful start along the beaches, and expect that to be the case. Although we'll have some rip current issues there along the beaches that definitely you want to keep an eye out for. So what we're watching for the rest of this week is it's going to be dry through the weekend. There's only a chance of a spot shower in the southern counties, just here and there, but generally it's going to be sunny and dry. Heat levels will slowly rise though as we head towards the weekend. We expect to get into the kind of 91 to 94 degree range for high temperatures as we get into the weekend. So thankfully though, it'll still be a little bit less humid than it could be, so that's not bad for sure. And low temperatures so far today, saw a few spots get into the 50s, 56 degrees in Gadsden, so kind of the northeast corner of the state. Saw a little bit of that, got only down to 66 degrees in Birmingham. Again, mostly 60s down towards the south, and only got down to 73 degrees in Gulf Shores. As far as our Skywatcher reports, did have a couple reports of 50 degree temperature range as well. Lee Wingington in Jasper got down to 56. Duncan Hope in Independence in Autauga County got down to 59. Ryan Hoffman in Inverness only to 60. John Talbot in Hueytown got the same. And then Jeff Jacobs in Orange Beach, about 10 degrees warmer down there, only got down to about 70 degrees. And we actually broke a record yesterday in Montgomery. This is looking at the September observed low so far in Montgomery. And you see before now it's been just mainly below average. There was a couple of days closer to average, but yeah, yesterday morning broke the previous record, I believe 57 degrees with a reading of 56 degrees. So yeah, that's always not a bad thing this time of year. We can break a record by a degree or so as far as the low temperature is concerned. So again, we started off cool this morning, but it's a little bit warmer than it was, and we continue to warm up right now. So we're now getting mostly into the 70s, 72 degrees in Anniston, 74 in Alex City, 73 in Troy, and it's almost 80 degrees already in Gulf Shores. Forecast highs for today, we expect to get generally in the 80s. We expect 85 in places like Clanton and Birmingham, 83 in Coleman down towards the south. Again, we will approach 90 degrees, 88 in Atmore, 90 degrees in Chatham. So we expect some places will certainly get there. And again, we'll continue to ramp that up as we get through the rest of this week. Water vapor imagery kind of helps to tell the story as well. Look at all this orange right here over basically most of the southeast, extending up into the northeastern part of the country. You can see dry air is in place here and kind of entrenched. And again, that's going to continue to keep us without any real chances of precipitation. Now, we do have a little trough down here along this stalled boundary in the Gulf, so occasionally might throw off a shower or two that might end up into our far southern counties along the coast there, but generally it's not going to be enough to make a big difference. And looking at our futurecast, you'll see that borne out here. So again, a couple of scattered showers are possible pretty much the next couple of evenings, especially in Mobile and Baldwin counties, but generally most places, people even down there, are not going to get any sort of rain. Everybody else is just going to continue to stay warm and dry with a few scattered clouds around. And as we get into tomorrow morning, we expect to start off fairly clear. And again, another possible shower or two in a few spots, but generally going to be continuing to stay dry. And so that we're just going to keep repeating that through the week. We're not expecting really any real change to that. See that looking at the rainfall outlook. This is through the next Monday, and you can see really nothing. We don't see any readings as far as forecast rainfall across the entire state here. There might be something showing up in the northwest corner there, and again, maybe a few little blips along the coast, but again, pretty dry outlook there as we look at our next week. See that in the 7-day forecast for sure, especially in North Alabama. Expect to get into the mid 80s today. Sunshine continues through the next several days, and then we ramp up the temperatures. You can see getting into the 90s as we get into the weekend. Lows moderate a little bit, but still relatively comfortable mornings as well. And then as we look at South Alabama, again, we've got that just kind of spot 10% chance of an isolated shower in one or two spots as we head through the next several days. And then again, the warming trend as we get into the weekend, expecting highs in the 90s. And again, the lows are looking still pretty good and not too bad and comfortable for most people. Well, that is your Alabama forecast for now. We'll have another one coming up later on this afternoon on the Alabama Weather Network.